subscribed, welcome back, my darling. And if you have not yet subscribed, what are you even doing? Like, I feel like really you're hate watching me. I feel like really you don't really even like me if you haven't subscribed by this point. Like, for real though. That's just rude. But the secret emoji for the Christmas giveaway is on the screen right now. And don't you forget for those of you 80% who are watching me and not subscribing. Yeah, YouTube tells me how many of you heifers just, casually watch and don't subscribe, whatever. In order to win the giveaway, you do also have to be subscribed. Just FYI. So today, I ran a poll on Instagram, as I normally do, and I don't want to hear any judgment about my hair. I don't want to hear it. But I ran a poll on Instagram to ask what you guys wanted, because I ordered something from the new Jeffree Star collection to test on my channel. One of the products that I don't have of his, from his, beauty brand. And I got an email saying it's running behind, so whatever. I was gonna do monthly favorites. You guys really don't like those videos, so I ran a poll on Instagram, and you guys were like, bitch, why are you even asking us this? We want a story time. So while I'm going through the files of what is the life of Morgan Shea, I remember my first car accident, and only, knock on wood. And I'm like, that is the funniest damn story ever, so let's tell it. So this happened in 2006, okay? Freshly 16-year-old Morgan. My nanny was like, look, me and your pappy, we want to get you a car. We want to get you any car that you want. This is your price range, pick it. I'm like, yes, yes. So I picked the car, right? I think I'm hot shit in this car. I think that I am hot shit. My shit is steaming, it's so hot. Me and my best friend, we decided this one in particular night to we were hanging out. It was a Saturday night. My parents were out singing karaoke with their pals, and we were going to hang out with a bunch of friends. And they were like, Morgan, can you bring some food? And I'm like, sure. My parents have got us, like your parents have like that deep fridge for the Sam's food. You know what I'm talking about. So I go into the Sam's Club deep fridge. Like, I'm not playing no games here, people. We have the Tostitos. Yeah. We have the bagel bites. Oh yeah. We have the Lunchables. We had it all. We throw it in my car. We're heading out. On the road, I lived in a subdivision, but the subdivision was off of a road where they were building like a bunch of subdivisions off of. And this one in particular subdivision, there was like an indentation from the road to the subdivision about 3 foot. Like, it was serious. My dad, like 2 weeks before this, he was telling me, he was like, baby, you need to be very careful, because where they're building that subdivision right before the church, like, it's deep, and my back tire hit it this morning and I lost control. He's like, so you need to be really careful driving down that road. I was 16, like that didn't even like register. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. We're driving down the road I lived off of. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We were listening to Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel. And I shit you people not, okay? We're into it though. We are into it. We're jamming to the song, Jesus Take the Wheel. Like, jamming. Jamming, bitch. All of a sudden, my back tire hits the entrance to that subdivision. We're all over the place. All over the place. My car does a flip and somehow turns the opposite way. So we're on the same side of the road in the ditch, but facing the opposite direction. So facing as if we were on our way back home. So now we're in the ditch. When we land like this, okay? My thumb being the driver's side and my pinky being the passenger side. So I'm like this, okay? Steering wheel. And my friend right here, okay? As we're flipping, number one, my McDonald's sweet tea goes out the window, and number two, my cell phone. I'll never forget it. I had a pink razor phone. It goes out the window. Great. Love that for us. We're in the ditch, panicking. Now, I don't know why I did this. This was stupid, but for some reason, I thought that, you know, some type of superhuman strength was going to come out of me. So I stick my hand out of the window to try to hold us up. We're being held up by a tree, by the way. I look over at friend. Are you good? She's like,
yeah, but this seatbelt is like cutting me in two. I need you to like undo the seatbelt.
I'm like,
bitch, hell no. If I undo that seatbelt, like, you're coming down on me. Like, no.
She's like,
no, for real, like, do it. I'm holding myself up.
I'm like, okay.
But bitch, you better not fall down on me.
So I'm like, literally like, unbuckle her seatbelt and just like, please don't fall down on me. She didn't. She held herself up. Y'all, we literally wrecked in this old lady's backyard. For real. And we can see her in her house, like eating dinner with her grandkids, and she's not coming down and checking on nobody. I'm blowing the horn. People are driving by. I'm like, is this for real? Ma'am. Y'all, tell me why we were in this ditch for over an hour. Please tell me, because I would love to know. Finally, this lady, we'll call her Sally, walks down in the car. She's like, hey, are y'all okay? We're like, no, Sally. No, we're not okay. Why are you just now coming down here, Sally? And at this point, my arm's pinned, so I can't get my arm out. She's like, do you need me to call the police? I'm like, yes. My phone flew out the window. Duh. You should have known that, Sally. You should have come out here and checked on us anyway, Sally. So she calls the police. Her son comes to pick up the grandkids. And he helps us to where I can get my arm out. I mean, it's still sore, but he helps us to where both of us are able to stand outside of the passenger window. So friend is literally standing on my dashboard, and I'm standing on the driver's side door and steering wheel. So we make the phone calls, right? Now, here's the thing, you guys. Friend's cousin, who she called, is also AKA my first boyfriend, okay? Who was also on his first date with a girl that he dated for a few years. And it was like one of the first girls he dated after me. So I was like not into him being there at all, like at all. But she had nobody else to call. So I call my dad. This is hysterical. This is literally how it goes. He's like,
hey baby, what's wrong?
I said,
Dad, I need you to come get me. I just got in a wreck off of, we'll call it Morgan Road.
He's like,
you're lying.
because it's literally right down from the house, you guys. I'm like,
no, Dad, for real.
Like, he's like,
Morgan, you better not be messing with me.
I'm like,
Dad, we got in a wreck off of Morgan Road. Right down from the church. We're in a ditch. Like,
you can hear like karaoke in the background. I'm like, for real. At this point, my best friend, her cousin gets there. We'll call him Eric. Eric gets there. The fire, all these people show up after Eric. The fire people get there and they're like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a ladder, okay, coming from the passenger side door all the way to the road. And you guys are gonna shimmy across. I'm like, great. This is wonderful. Why? Of course you are. So we get across the road, whatever. They put us both on a stretcher, you know, not really wanting us to move, but we can crawl across the ladder. Y'all, when my mom shows up, when my mama shows up, I love her so much. My mom's like,
are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm like, Mom, sis, I'm good. I'm just like hurting, like my arm hurt. So here we go. We're off to the hospital, right? Me nor friend had ever been in a situation, you guys, for pain. So this was our first like introduction to like pain medicine. Tell me why I see my best friend's ass. You know, like the gowns that they put you in at the hospital. I see friend walking. I see friend. Walking down the hallway in the hospital, y'all. Being like,
Morgan! Morgan! Where's Morgan?
you can see her ass. I'm like, I'm right here. Y'all, looking back at this, it is the funniest shit of life. Like, this shit was so funny. I was telling my dad, I was like, Dad, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. He's like, okay, well, I'll go get you some crystals. And like the nurse was like telling him like, sir, you can't bring any crystals. So my dad literally sneaks crystals in there so that we could have something to eat. Fast forward, y'all. My mom sends my sister down to go get the Tostinos that I told you guys about. Pizza rolls, bagel bites. And I'm like, oh yeah, Mom, by the way, I took those. Like, that's the whole reason that I was on road I lived on. I was taking the snacks to a party. She was like, great, Morgan, great. So now you can't drive your sisters to school, nor do we have snacks for you kids. Great. I'm like, of course. Hashtag oldest child. Let me know. Comment down below. Are you the oldest? Are you the middle? Or are you the only child? Let me know. But yeah, you guys, that is the story of the time that I flipped my 2-week-old car in a ditch with my best friend. And we were left in the ditch. We were left there for an hour while Sally ate her dinner because don't interrupt a southern woman's dinner. That's all I've got to say. But yeah, do be sure that you are subscribed to this channel before you leave. And also be sure that you are following me on all my social medias. As usual, they are all linked down below. And until next time, my babies,